Greetings, family. It is Empress D, and I'm here in nature as usual. I hope everyone's well. I've been away for a bit. Well, I haven't posted for a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I come to nature every day. It's. I'm not going to offer any excuses. I just go with what my heart tells me to do, right? And I just go with what my heart tells me to do, family. And today my heart has said, just post a message. So here we go, family. Again, I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's well. But my experience in dealing with humanity, I know people are struggling, okay? When I say struggling, I don't mean financially, right? I may be financially as well, but it's more so just with kindness and treating one another with love and respect, right? Today I want to speak about the heart chakra, okay? But before I go into the heart chakra, I want to share an experience. So I went into a restaurant to get some food for my daughter. When I went into the restaurant, a nice gentleman gave me a coupon for that restaurant, right? For a free item. Right? And I was grateful. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for that. That was wonderful of you to give this to me. Right? And so I looked at the coupon and it said a free chicken. Right? And I don't eat chicken. My daughter doesn't eat chicken. So I said, oh man, thank you, but I can't use this. So I looked to the other person that was in the restaurant and I said, hey, would you like this? And they said, no, thank you. Okay. And so I'm like, okay, well, the next person I see, I'm going to offer this to. So a woman comes with her family. And I said, hey, I have this for free. Would you like it? She takes it from me. And she doesn't even look at me. And she reads it. And, and she continues to walk out of the store. And as she's walking out of the restaurant or the establishment, it's not a store, the establishment, the restaurant, I said to her, you're welcome, right? She did. And then she went out of the store and then she came back in and she said, I don't want this, right? So the man that gave it to me, he's in the store still. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, what is going on? I said, I just took it back from her and she went on her merry way. And I had a bit of a dialogue with the man that gave it to me. And I said, what is happening? I said, she was acting as though I was giving her some poison, right? He gave it to me. I was grateful. I know I found that I couldn't use it. I tried to share it with somebody else. But the person I tried to share it with had no gratitude. Didn't even say thank you up to this very day. She just gave it back and said, I don't want it. After taking it and having it in her possession for a bit and reading it. My whole point in sharing this story is that people are miserable on the planet, okay? And I notice this because I try to lead with love in every interaction with every human being I come in contact with, right? Now I get it. Hurt people, right? As a humanity, we've been through a real great trauma. And that's why I say I can see it in my interactions with people. There's no love, right? People are not leading with love, right? You know what? I'm only going off of my experience recently, okay? And again, I can't blame this woman. I can't blame her for not leading with love because we've been through a trauma, right? And a lot of people and a lot of us don't recognize that, right? We just, are just going along, but we don't recognize that we've been traumatized as a global population, right? With what's gone on in the last 2.5 years. It's just difficult, right? Because I notice more and more in transactions and interactions with people on a daily basis that people are really hurting, but you can't heal that hurt if you don't recognize it or identify it, right? And that's the issue, is that a lot of people do not recognize or identify that they're hurting, right? And therefore hurt people, right? And I know she wasn't intentionally trying to go out to hurt me. She's just doing her. She was just doing her, and she didn't really hurt me. I was just taken aback by the attitude, right? The lack of gratitude. And I told you, she was almost acting as if I was trying to give her poison. it's weird, man. It's weird. And the reason why I speak it, it's obviously it's an isolated incident, but it's not, because this is my experience daily. I lead with love. I try to treat people as I would like to be treated, but I recognize that people don't treat me the same. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. And I hope that, I hope that those listening to this message, are recognizing that we've all been through something, and are taking a look in the mirror and examining our actions and behaviors, and trying to make sure that we're trying to heal from the trauma that we've all been through. All right, family. So, I hope that this message reaches people in a way that is meant to, with my intention. My intention is to help, right? And not cause further pain and damage, but I don't know how people are receiving things anymore. So let's talk about the heart chakra. Ironically, right? So the heart chakra, represented by the color green, is located within the chest area. Okay, so the organs responsible for the heart chakra are the organs in the chest area, right? So our heart, right, and our lungs, right. What else is there? Our diaphragm, our spleen, our liver, all of those organs located in the chest area. Okay. Now, if we have imbalances in our heart chakra, we may have imbalances in the function of those organs within that area, right? What represents a balanced heart chakra? An individual that leads with love, right? An individual that, treats people like they want to be treated. An individual who recognizes that we are all one. We are all connected, right? Another experience I had, family. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I have them all the time. I was at the car wash, right? And it's the type of car wash where you come out of your car and they can do the inside and the outside and so on and so forth. So I very rarely get the inside done. But I got my winter mats, and so I wanted to get them installed into the car. So I figured I better do the inside so that they can clean the ground before they put in the winter mats, right? And so I had a car. There was a car ahead of me. It was a van. And, I have to wait, obviously, and I'm seeing what's happening with the car ahead of me. What I saw was something I've never seen before, and I've been going to this car wash for like 10 years or maybe longer. The workers that are working in this establishment had to take out armfuls and armfuls of garbage from the individual's car, right? I was appalled because I'd never seen anything like this. So I said to the workers, I'm like, is this like, what the heck is going on here? Are people like, this is so wrong, right? And they're like, well, this is what people do sometimes. I said, this is so wrong. I said, you know what? I'm gonna advocate for you guys. I am. I'm gonna go and speak to the individual, because this person's obviously inside the establishment, watching, because there's a window. You can watch your car go through the thing, and he's watching these young gentlemen like take gobs and gobs of garbage out of their car. One thing I forgot to mention is that there are signs as you're pulling up for your turn to please remove your garbage from your car, right? I didn't even think that you had to have a sign there. Like, it's like common sense. You want your upholstery vacuum, so you're going to remove the garbage so that they can vacuum it, right? So anyway, I went up to this older man. He was melanated like me. Older, maybe 10, 15, 20 years older than me. And I said, hey, how you doing? Right? And he's like, oh, I'm wonderful. And I said, good. I just wanted to say, like, do you think it's fair that these men have to remove all of this garbage before addressing, vacuuming and cleaning out the inside of your car? The man said to me, that garbage was under the seat. I didn't tell them to take it out. I didn't tell them to vacuum under the seat. That's what he proceeded to tell me. And I said, oh, okay, so if the next time you come through here, they don't take out all the garbage and vacuum under your seat, you'll be good with that service. And he just ignored me, and I just said, you know what? Okay, have a nice day, sir. And I walked to where you pay, okay? And I've been, as I said, I've been frequenting this place for years, so I know the guys there. So I went to the one of the guys that have been there forever, and I'm like, hey, is this right? I said, listen, I spoke to the man, and he said the next time he comes through, he doesn't mind if you don't pick up his garbage, because he said he wanted that stuff. He wanted those cups. He wanted the trash. He had a big, it was a van. He had a big piece of cardboard in the back of the van. He said he said he wanted all of that. So, you know, if the next time he comes through, you don't remove it, he's fine with it. And of course, the man that works there went on to tell me stories and stories about how people are, right? And I was just appalled. I can't believe that we treat one another like this, you know? And so this man, that's car had all the garbage in it, heard me speaking to the person that worked there, and he came with some explicit language telling me I'm a effing bee and I need to mind my effing business. That's what this melanated man said to me. I said to him, but this is my business, right? This is my business, because we are all connected. I said, your actions affect me, right? Because there's so much trash in your car. These workers have to spend longer on your car, and it affects the people that are behind you, right? We are all connected. What you do affects me, and what I do affects you, right? And all I'm asking is that you think about others, right? And he didn't listen to the whole of what I said. Obviously, he stormed off. But this is my people are family. This is how humanity is. I just can't fathom it, because my mind doesn't, like, I can't imagine. I don't know, man. But this is what it is. And as I said, this was just the other day. I think today is Saturday, and this was Thursday. Right? And so this is what I'm saying. I find every day in my interactions that people are super miserable, and they are not leading with love, right? But at the same time, I have to recognize that we've all been through a trauma, and I have to take time with people, you know, and I do. I try my best to still lead with love. Even if you're disrespecting me, I still try to lead with love. Another example. Somebody said that how do I have the audacity to call myself Empress D? What was the word that they used? The hyperinflated ego, or that wasn't what they said. They said the conceitedness or something, to call myself Empress. I found that really interesting, right? So the way I see it is, I consider myself royalty. I know who I am, right? I know who I am. I think that we all should consider ourselves as royalty. We are much more. I say it all the time. We're yeah. Anyway, these have been my experiences. And as I'm sitting here, I'm sun gazing, but the sun has gone behind the trees now, so it's not as visible. But I've been here sun gazing, and I'm thinking, is it me? Am I off? Am I wrong? Is there something wrong with me? But I'm pondering that, and I don't think so. I think that a lot of people are not dealing with the trauma that they've been dealt, right? And it's not our fault that we've been dealt this trauma, but it is our responsibility, you know, to be responsible about how we treat others, right? That's essentially the love chakra. When you're balanced, you treat people with love, right? An imbalanced heart chakra will be putting everybody before yourself and really leaving nothing for yourself. That's imbalance. And then the other aspect of it would be not caring about anybody but yourself, right? We're in some interesting times, and I'm really, it's challenging. My day-to-day existence in this current reality is challenging. And I attribute it to the fact that I am so sensitive, and that also I try to be really real. Like I always want to know where am I to be fault? Where is my fault in this? What can I do to be better or different, right? But I really wonder how many people have that same type of dialogue with themselves, right? And I would have to it's rough out here, family, but guess what? It can always improve, right? And that's why I encourage everybody to get out in nature. You see, nature is where the heart chakra lives, right? It's green. If you look around, everything is green here, okay? That's the heart chakra. When you come out in nature, you recognize the beauty on this planet. When you come out in nature, you recognize the fact that, like clockwork, every year, year after year, the summer comes, the spring comes, the spring comes, the summer comes, the fall comes, and the winter comes without fail. Without fail. With ease, right? This is what it is. This is love right here, right? This is the universe. It just works with love. These animals, they live in harmony with each other, right? I see the ducks chilling with the geese. You know, everybody keeps their distance, but they're chilling together and existing in harmony, right? And when I come out here, I interact with these creatures as well, and we interact in harmony. I show them love, right? I've got my seeds to feed the ducks, and you know what? They've been swimming around. See, I got a big old bag. I filled the bag. And they're swimming around while I'm talking to you guys, family, but I certainly will feed them afterwards, right? Because we are all one, right? What I do affects everyone else. And that's where we fail to realize, right? There's a lot of people that as long as they're good, they don't really care about what's happening with everybody else. Unfortunately, I wasn't built that way. Or maybe I don't know if I've always been this way, but it just I can't do something knowing that I'm damaging or hurting you, right? Anyway. Sigh. I know I'm rambling, family, but we got to lead with love, right? We have to balance our heart chakra. The problem is that if we're not balanced in our root chakra, if we don't have a home and financial security and food security, it's hard to be balanced. It's hard to be leading with love, right? Although, you'd be surprised. There's some people with nothing, and those are the people that are most loving, right? Anyway, your root, your sacral, your solar plexus needs to be balanced in most cases in order to have that heart chakra balanced, family, right? And so we are in times where it's really challenging, and in fact, I feel like there's so much going on to discourage us from having balanced chakras. How do we balance that heart chakra, family? We have to lead with love again, right? We have to be able to recognize that we are all connected, and our actions in fact affect our fellow human beings, right? And so we have to be considerate of that when we act, right? Meditation, of course. I always say we have to look at our history, our personal history, our personal past, right? What has happened in our life that might affect our ability to envision and see that we're all connected, right? Family, meditation, our diet, right? I respect animals, right? They're here on the planet to do their thing. Who am I to come and kill you, to eat you? Especially when the universe and the creator has created so much so much for us to consume and eat and to sustain us. And in fact, we are electric beings, and fruits and vegetables are electric, right? They are nourished from the sun, right? Just like us, we're nourished from the sun. We need sun, we need water to grow. Same with plants, right? And I think that's what we're supposed to put in our bodies, right? Animals, they have a heart, and they have lungs, and they're breathing, and they're living, and they're here with their own existence, right? And who are we to just consume them, right? But that's my personal belief, family, and I don't expect everybody to share it. But I think that once you eliminate, it's the energy, right? It's Nikola Tesla said it, right? If you want to understand or overstand the secrets of the universe, you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, right? I've said it before in other videos. What is that? What energy are you putting inside of your vessel when you're consuming an animal that's been really treated poorly, right? And is at a low vibrational frequency of fear, right? And living in unnatural conditions. So I think really to open up and balance that heart chakra, making a change in our diet, not eating things that were once alive can definitely help, right? Anyway, this is just my perspective, family. There's plenty of people that lead with love that don't consume animals, right? So it's not a prerequisite, but I think it helps, right? Getting in nature, exercising, just keeping your mind clear, loving yourself, being happy with yourself. And that's that solar plexus, right? And that's why that heart chakra is having it balanced and open, is building off of a balanced solar plexus, family. Anyway, this video is long, 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to keep you all so long, but this is an important one though, right? We got to lead with love. Look at all these stuff in the sky. What is that, family? What is this thing? Is that just I don't know. Planes don't usually have that kind of flight pattern. Mind you, it could be a plane that's just meant to deliver chemicals into our air. Who knows? Anyway, family, I think I've spoken enough. I hope, again, all of you are well, and I'm sending everybody loving and healing energy. Trust me, y'all. Trust me. We're in a really interesting place as humanity, and this is just from somebody that's a really good observer. I like to observe my environment and observe what's going on around me. Anyway, and of course, you can't help but notice how people are in interactions, right? In interpersonal interactions. Anyway, family, thank you for taking the time to listen. I wish nothing but the best for each and every person taking this video in, honest to goodness, because when people aren't good, I'm not good, right? When I see suffering, I suffer. And so that's why I wish everybody good, because it bothers me to see people suffer, right? Anyway, thank you for taking the time to listen, family. I love and I value each and every one of you. Please stay up, family. Stay up, stay up, stay up. Do things intentionally to keep your vibration high, okay? Love all of you. One love.